How did a video game console get your grandma off the couch, your little brother hooked, and your parents actually interested in playing? In 2006, the gaming world was forever changed, not by a leap in graphics or processing power, but by a radical shift in how we play. The Nintendo Wii emerged as a sleek, minimalist console that invited players to move, swing, and point their way through games in a completely new way. This is the story of how Nintendo bet everything on simplicity, motion, and a weird name, and changed gaming forever.
We would like to play.
The genesis of what would become the Wii began shortly after Nintendo launched the GameCube in 2001. According to legendary game designer Shigeru Miyamoto, the company made an early strategic decision to avoid competing on hardware specifications, instead prioritizing revolutionary gameplay experiences. The development trajectory took a pivotal turn on September 24, 2001, when Nintendo began collaborating with Gyration Incorporated, a company holding crucial patents in motion sensing technology. Miyamoto drew inspiration from Dance Dance Revolution's unconventional input methods, recognizing the potential for developing entirely new controller paradigms. This partnership would prove instrumental in prototyping the motion-based input devices that would eventually define the console's core identity. A significant leadership change occurred in May 2002, when Satoru Iwata succeeded Hiroshi Yamauchi as Nintendo president. Iwata acknowledged that Nintendo had fallen behind industry trends, particularly in online gaming capabilities, and wanted to develop hardware appealing to all demographics rather than traditional gaming audiences. Internal market research revealed that Nintendo's previous focus on unconventional hardware had created development challenges for third-party companies, weakening their competitive standing against Microsoft and Sony. Iwata encouraged his team to abandon conventional development paths. He famously instructed them to go off the tech roadmap when designing the new console, prioritizing simplicity and accessibility over sheer processing power. His vision focused on reaching non-traditional audiences, including parents and casual users, who had previously felt excluded by the complexity of modern games. Iwata proposed motion controls as a way to simplify interfaces and expand gaming's appeal, and within 6 months, the team had completed an initial prototype. The Nintendo DS handheld console significantly influenced the new home console's design philosophy. Nintendo observed that the DS's novel dual-screen interface had successfully attracted non-traditional players, and they aimed to replicate this success on their home platform. Designer Kenichiro Ashita recalled, "We had the DS on our minds as we worked on the Wii. We thought about copying the DS's touch panel interface and even came up with a prototype. However, this concept was ultimately abandoned to avoid redundancy between the two systems." Miyamoto later remarked, "If the DS had flopped, we might have taken the Wii back to the drawing board." The console received its formal public presentation at E3 in May 2005, though the revolutionary motion controller remained absent from this unveiling as its design was still being finalized. Iwata dramatically held the console above his head with one hand to emphasize its compact size relative to competing systems. The reduced form factor enabled lower power consumption and heat output, while appealing to parents who might be more receptive to allowing an attractive, small device in their living rooms. The console's minimalist aesthetic drew immediate comparisons to Apple's original iPod. Iwata reportedly used a stack of 3 DVD cases as his size reference for the final dimensions. Nintendo revealed the console's official name Wii in April 2006, 1 month before E3. The stylized spelling with 2 lowercase I characters was designed to represent both 2 people standing side by side and the pairing of the Wii Remote with the Nunchuk attachment. Nintendo explained their reasoning. Wii sounds like Wii, which emphasizes that the console is for everyone. Wii can easily be remembered by people around the world, no matter what language they speak. No confusion. The name was met with widespread mockery, with Forbes reporting that fans feared it would reinforce the idea that Nintendo catered mainly to children. Despite some developers and journalists preferring the Revolution codename, Nintendo of America President Reggie Fils-Aimé defended the choice, citing its brevity, distinctiveness, and universal pronunciation. The console debuted in the United States on November 19, 2006, carrying a retail price of $249.99. The technical specifications reflected Nintendo's deliberate strategy of prioritizing innovation over raw computational power. The system featured a 32-bit PowerPC-based processor codenamed Broadway, developed by IBM and running at 729 MHz. Graphics processing was handled by Hollywood, a system-on-chip developed by ATI that integrated graphics, audio, and input-output functions. The graphics unit represented an enhanced version of the GameCube's flipper processor, operating at 243 MHz and incorporating 3 MB of embedded texture memory. The system included 88 MB of total memory, combining 24 MB of high-speed 1TS RAM with 64 MB of GDDR3 memory, mounted directly on the motherboard. As Miyamoto explained Nintendo's cost-conscious approach, "Originally, I wanted a machine that would cost $100. My idea was to spend nothing on the console technology, so all the money could be spent on improving the interface and software. This philosophy enabled Nintendo to offer significantly lower manufacturing costs compared to competitors, while maintaining profitability on each unit sold." The Wii's physical design emphasized accessibility and familiarity, featuring a sleek white exterior that stood in stark contrast to the black gaming machines dominating living rooms. The front-loading optical drive accommodated both Nintendo's proprietary 12cm Wii discs and 8cm GameCube discs, though it deliberately excluded support for standard DVDs or CDs. Nintendo later explained they felt most consumers already owned devices with DVD playback capability, allowing them to avoid additional licensing costs. The revolutionary Wii Remote controller embodied Nintendo's vision of intuitive gaming, designed to resemble a television remote control, leveraging the familiar form factor that every household recognized. The Wii Remote featured traditional controller inputs, including a directional pad, 3 face-action buttons, a shoulder trigger, and 4 system-related buttons incorporating a power switch. Bluetooth connectivity provided wireless communication with an approximate 30-foot range, while internal speakers and rumble functionality delivered direct feedback to players' hands. And up to 4 Wii remotes could connect wirelessly to a single console. Nintendo implemented comprehensive safety measures following early reports of controller accidents. The original wrist strap received a recall in December 2006, replaced with stronger versions packaged in future bundles after the company faced legal challenges from users, reporting property damage caused by Wii remotes slipping from hands during gameplay. The bundled nunchuk attachment connected to the Wii remote via a 4-foot cable, featuring an accelerometer, analog stick, and 2 trigger buttons. Players wielded both devices simultaneously in separate hands for supported games, enabling complex control schemes that blended traditional and motion-based inputs seamlessly.
We would like to play.
Nintendo's ambitious marketing campaign targeted demographics far beyond traditional gaming audiences. The company invested over $200 million in the launch year alone. These commercials featured slogans like "We would like to play" and "Experience a new way to play," specifically designed to appeal to parents and grandparents alongside younger players. George Harrison, Nintendo of America's Senior Vice President of Marketing and Corporate Communications, stated, "Wii introduces new ways to play to expand both the appeal of games and the audience of gamers, and our marketing campaign is central to that." The launch lineup strategically showcased the console's revolutionary capabilities. 21 games arrived on launch day in North and South America, with 12 additional titles scheduled for later in 2006. Wii Sports, bundled with most regional console packages except Japan and South Korea, became the system's defining experience. The pack-in game included tennis, bowling, baseball, golf, and boxing, each demonstrating different aspects of motion control. Other crucial launch titles included The Legend of Zelda, Twilight Princess, the first mainline Zelda adventure designed specifically for motion controls, and Red Steel from Ubisoft, an original first-person shooter built around the Wii Remote's pointing capabilities. Consumer demand exceeded all expectations during the launch period. Nintendo had shipped nearly 3.2 million units worldwide by the end of 2006, working frantically to increase production from 1.6 million to 2.4 million units monthly throughout 2007. The company warned consumers about ongoing shortages as demand consistently outpaced supply chains. Wii sales surpassed Xbox 360 numbers by September 2007, establishing Nintendo's dominance in the seventh console generation. The console's online infrastructure represented Nintendo's first comprehensive attempt at internet connectivity for a home system. Wii Connect 24 enabled always-on internet features, allowing the system to receive messages, download content, and update software even while in standby mode. The Wii Shop channel launched as Nintendo's digital storefront, enabling users to purchase WiiWare games and virtual console titles using a points-based currency system. Virtual Console brought classic games from the NES, Super NES, Nintendo 64, Sega Genesis, TurboGrafx 16, and various arcade systems to modern audiences. Major first-party releases defined the console's golden years. Super Mario Galaxy arrived in November 2007, earning widespread critical acclaim for its innovative gravity-based gameplay mechanics and stunning visual presentation. The game demonstrated that creative design could overcome hardware limitations, delivering experiences that felt genuinely next-generation, despite the Wii's modest specifications. Mario Kart Wii launched in April 2008, finally bringing the beloved racing franchise online and introducing motorcycles alongside traditional karts. The game included the Wii Wheel accessory, a plastic steering wheel housing for the Wii Remote that enhanced immersion, despite mixed reception from serious players. Super Smash Bros. Brawl generated unprecedented excitement when it launched in March 2008. The fighting game featured the largest character roster in series history, including third-party characters like Sonic. Online multiplayer capabilities allowed global competition for the first time in franchise history, though connectivity issues frustrated competitive players. Wii Fit introduced the balance board accessory in December 2007 in Japan, reaching North America in May 2008. This unique peripheral detected weight distribution and balance, enabling fitness-focused gameplay experiences. The game's success demonstrated Nintendo's ability to expand gaming demographics, attracting health-conscious consumers who had never considered gaming systems as exercise equipment. Nintendo's marketing of Wii Fit represented a groundbreaking approach that positioned video gaming as a legitimate fitness solution, fundamentally challenging traditional perceptions of sedentary gaming culture. The company strategically targeted weight-conscious women and health-conscious adults who had never considered video games as exercise equipment, promoting the tagline of achieving fitness goals through interactive entertainment. In 2010, Nintendo partnered with the American Heart Association, donating $1.5 million and earning the AHA's seal of approval on the Wii, Wii Fit Plus, and Wii Sports Resort. Ads focused on quality of life and showed how the balance board tracked things like your BMI. For a lot of people, it felt more like fitness gear than gaming hardware, and it worked. Nintendo reached a whole new audience. Third-party developers initially struggled to adapt to the Wii's unique control scheme and hardware limitations. Many early efforts resulted in poorly implemented motion controls that felt gimmicky rather than enhancing gameplay. However, standout successes emerged, including Ubisoft's Red Steel 2, which showcased precise sword combat using Wii MotionPlus technology, and Capcom's excellent port of Resident Evil 4, which many considered the definitive version due to superior pointing controls for aiming. At the March 2009 Game Developers Conference, Iwata announced that Wii sales had reached 50 million units globally. Nintendo implemented its first major price reduction in September 2009, dropping the console from $250 to $200. This price cut came days after both Sony and Microsoft announced similar reductions for PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360. Nintendo stated the reduction aimed to attract consumers still hesitant about purchasing video game hardware. By the end of 2009, Wii had become the best-selling home console in Nintendo's history, with sales exceeding 67 million units. The console's success fundamentally altered industry perspectives on hardware specifications versus innovative gameplay, proving that accessible, family-friendly experiences could achieve mainstream success while traditional hardcore gaming remained a niche market. The introduction of Wii MotionPlus in June 2009 marked a significant technological advancement for the platform. This gyroscope-enhanced accessory plugged into the base of existing Wii remotes, providing dramatically improved motion detection capabilities that enabled true one-to-one movement translation. The accessory launched bundled with Wii Sports Resort, which included the device as part of a comprehensive package. Resort showcased 12 different sports activities taking place on the fictional Woohoo Island, demonstrating precision previously impossible with standard motion controls. Table tennis required genuine finesse and timing, while archery demanded steady hands and accurate aim. The MotionPlus technology was later integrated directly into revised controllers called Wii Remote Plus, first released in October 2010. The Legend of Zelda: Skyward Sword, launching in November 2011, represented the ultimate showcase for MotionPlus technology. This adventure completely revolutionized the franchise's combat system, requiring players to swing the Wii remote with precision to execute different sword strikes. Link's blade movements corresponded exactly to player motions, creating an unprecedented level of immersion. The game featured some of the series' most innovative dungeon designs and delivered one of the most emotionally resonant narratives in franchise history, serving as the definitive demonstration that motion controls could enhance rather than gimmick traditional gameplay. Nintendo continued expanding the console's peripheral ecosystem with numerous accessories designed for specific gaming experiences. The classic controller, released alongside the system in November 2006, resembled traditional gamepads with dual analog sticks, a directional pad, 4 face buttons, and shoulder triggers. This accessory proved essential for virtual console games and titles requiring more conventional control schemes. The Classic Controller Pro, introduced in 2009, refined the design with improved ergonomics and button placement inspired by GameCube and PlayStation 2 controllers. The Wii Zapper, bundled with Link's crossbow training, attempted to provide more immersive shooting experiences by housing both the Wii Remote and Nunchuk within a plastic shell resembling a crossbow. However, the accessory received mixed reception due to its clunky design and interference with precise aiming. Third-party manufacturers flooded the market with countless Wii accessories, ranging from useful additions to utterly bizarre contraptions. Sports-themed accessory packs promised enhanced realism through plastic attachments for tennis rackets, golf clubs, bowling balls, and baseball bats. Most of these accessories provided minimal gameplay benefits while often interfering with the Wii Remote's infrared sensor functionality. The Wii wings consisted of fabric wings attached to players' hands, creating one of the most ridiculous gaming accessories ever conceived. And the Wii babysitting mama doll required players to insert the Wii remote inside a baby doll, then rock and care for it according to on-screen prompts. The Wii Balance Board spawned numerous fitness-focused experiences beyond the original Wii Fit. Third-party titles like Shaun White's Snowboarding and Skate It translated balance controls into extreme sports gameplay. Nintendo released several console revisions throughout the Wii's lifespan. The cost-reduced RVL 101 model, often called the Wii Family Edition, arrived in August 2011, removing GameCube controller ports and memory card slots while maintaining compatibility with Wii software. Priced at $150, it represented a significant reduction from the original $200. The model first launched in North America bundled with new Super Mario Bros. Wii and a Super Mario Galaxy soundtrack. Nintendo announced the Wii's successor, the Wii U, at E3 2011, recognizing that the original Wii had been largely shunned by core gaming audiences, who perceived it as primarily a casual gaming experience. The Wii U attempted to recapture this crucial demographic by offering more advanced features built upon the basic Wii technology, most notably the innovative gamepad controller featuring an embedded touchscreen and 1080p, high-definition graphics output that served as a secondary screen alongside the television. Despite maintaining full backward compatibility with Wii games and peripherals including the Wii Remote, Nunchuk, and Balance Board, the console launched to disappointing commercial reception. The Wii Mini released exclusively in Canada on December 7, 2012. For $99 Canadian dollars and 99 cents, represented the most stripped-down version of the hardware. This redesigned console featured a top-loading disk drive, matte black casing with red accents, and included a red Wii MotionPlus and Nunchuk. The Mini removed Wi-Fi connectivity, online features, SD card support, and GameCube compatibility while maintaining core Wii game functionality. The console later reached Europe and the United States, with American bundles including Mario Kart Wii. Game sales figures revealed the console's extraordinary commercial success. Wii Sports achieved 83 million copies sold, including pack-in copies, making it one of the best-selling video games of all time. Mario Kart Wii reached 37 million copies, while Wii Sports Resort sold 33 million units. New Super Mario Bros. Wii captured 30 million sales, demonstrating continued appetite for traditional Nintendo franchises alongside motion-controlled experiences. By June 30, 2022, total software sales reached 921 million titles across the platform's lifetime. Several Wii games achieved significant collectible status due to limited print runs or cult followings. Xenoblade Chronicles initially received extremely limited North American distribution due to localization uncertainties, with passionate fan campaigns eventually convincing Nintendo to provide broader release through GameStop-exclusive arrangements. Original copies with complete packaging now command premium prices among collectors. The Metroid Prime Trilogy compilation, featuring all three games with enhanced controls and widescreen presentation, similarly achieved collectible status due to limited production runs. Dokapon Kingdom, a unique RPG party game hybrid, became increasingly rare due to modest initial sales and niche appeal. Fire Emblem Radiant Dawn holds value among strategy game enthusiasts and franchise collectors. Console color variants also achieved collectible status. The Red Wii bundle, commemorating Super Mario's 25th anniversary, included new Super Mario Bros. Wii and Wii Sports, alongside the distinctively colored hardware. The Blue Wii variant, launched with Mario and Sonic at the London 2012 Olympic Games in Europe, represented another limited production run. Nintendo discontinued the original Wii in October 2013, after selling over 100 million units worldwide, though Wii Mini production continued for several additional years in select markets. Online services gradually ceased operation, with Wii Connect 24 and various channels shutting down in June 2013, Nintendo Wi-Fi connection multiplayer ending in May 2014, and the Wii Shop channel finally closing in January 2019, effectively ending all online functionality. The console's impact extended far beyond sales figures, fundamentally reshaping industry perspectives on accessibility, motion controls, and demographic expansion. Both Microsoft and Sony developed competing motion control systems, Kinect and PlayStation Move, in direct response to Wii's success. The system proved that innovative gameplay concepts could triumph over technical specifications, establishing principles that would influence Nintendo's future hardware development, and the broader gaming industry's approach to alternative control methods and inclusive design philosophies. Thanks for joining me on this trip through the history of this legendary console. If there is any interesting gaming phenomena you'd like me to cover, let me know in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification button so you don't miss more videos like this one. See you next time.